everybody, another makeup tutorial. I'm starting with Gwen Stefani's Give brand with bouncing shoes, and I just did a light wash over the eye as my base. And now I'm going into the Makeup by Mario. It's one of the, I want to say it's like the Ethereal collection, and I'm going to use this really light color and then a little of this light glitter as the topper. So it's kind of interesting because it's a darker base, and then putting on this lighter color normally by itself is a little too light and pasty, and as we get older obviously that shows more texture, but it's kind of been an interesting discovery. I did this similar look the other day and thought, why not show it? It's kind of fabulous. I'm going into the glitter, doing just a little on the lid. I like to use my finger on the glitters. I feel like you waste less product and you can pack it where you want it. Unless you're going for a really intense opaque glitter look, then I would use the glitter glue and lay it on thick with a brush, but you're going to use more product. And what I love about these buttery eyeshadows is growing up as a dancer performing, it was very hard to get makeup that was opaque. And nowadays, you hardly use any and you have this great flush of color. This is the Makeup by Mario Opal highlighter. I like to use it above my, the top of my lid under my brows. And as we've kind of talked about, I just kind of slop it on a little more than I need. Kind of looks a little like a clown. And then you go back in with the brush that I did the first color, and I just kind of blend it out and call that a day. I'm going to curl my eyelashes. Now, I got this eye curler. I don't have my bifocal contacts in, so I can't read what it is, but I got it at Sally's Beauty Supply, and it's supposed to be like one of the best eyelash curlers to use. I do really like it. It actually has a lifetime warranty, and believe it or not, when I bought this probably 10 years ago, I was able to return it and get another one when it went awry. And I just kind of go in and do just one curl at the base. But if you like to do more than that, that's fine. And the other day I was actually matching an outfit, but I had this turquoise from Urban Decay. Again, I'd read the name for you, but I don't have my bifocal contacts in. You want to shake the pen. I am not good at wing eyeliner. What I like and don't like is that this lays it on really thick. So even when you try to make it a tiny line, it can get kind of crazy. And I kind of go out, then I just press it along the lip line. And then I kind of go back and do a little fill in. And I draw them up a little higher just because the older we get, it's a little more becoming. Kind of makes me look like maybe I got a little more sleep than I did. If you're hormonal and menopausal like myself, drop it in the comments. I get it. And this one got a little crazy. So I will use the Q-tip to try to save the day. All right, good enough. And I'll thicken this side a bit to match it. That's always kind of the joke. Everyone goes for a thin wing until you screw it up. Then they magically get bigger, which is fine. And I am coming underneath. It's just been a busy day and I've been rushing it a bit, so I don't really have the time to get too crazy. But that's okay. Our eyes actually aren't even shaped exactly the same anyway. So, let me find my brow gel. All right. I'm going to start in with my lip stain. This is the Wonder Blade Playful. I just kind of take the back of my hand to wipe off any excess chapstick or lip gloss that I've had on. And I'm going to lay it on there. This way it has ample time to get the color. If you do get the stain where you don't want it, take the time to fix it before it sets in. This is somewhat of a universal red. There's another red that they have too called Divine that's a little deeper. And I like that one too. I do feel with the lip stains in the darker color, there is a little bit of where it stains your teeth, but it's minimal and it just lasts for like an hour and then I think it kind of goes away. And, you know, I'm not even going to go in on my under eye today. I'm just going to go in with mascara. But before I do that, I'm going to take my NYX Jumbo Stick, put a little white in the center or the corner of my eyes, take my kind of chubby bristle brush. It's got some density so I can pack the highlighter where I want. All right. And this is where I get to make all kinds of crazy faces. So I start with my bottoms. And you'll see I'm going to leave that boo-boo there till it dries and will come off very quickly and easily. If I move it now, I guess I'm batting 1,000. There's another boo-boo. I don't know how everyone is filming this straightforward. Maybe they're holding a hand mirror. Honestly, I just don't want to be that dramatic about it. But you get the gist. I really have the worst lighting in my bathroom. But it is what it is. And then I go back on my left lash because they're always a little more kinky curly from sleeping. I sleep on both sides, but I really sleep on that side a lot. Now I just colored my eyebrows a couple days ago, so they're pretty dark. You could, just to be kind of perfectionistic, I could go in and darken. Now a lot of the trend with the younger gals is to do where it's lighter in the center and it goes out. I'm a retired dancer, and who are we kidding? I've learned half my makeup tricks from a man in drag. And it's kind of like, well, if you're going to bother to put makeup on, make it noticeable. I'm kind of all or nothing that way. But you could add that to fill a little bit. It does a nice job. But I'm just going to go into my clear. So this is still the Revita Lash Brow Gel, but it's clear. And when I first color my brows, really I wear the clear for probably a couple weeks till it goes away. And when it lightens, then I start using the one with color. All right, what is next on the agenda? I think let's use a little bit of the bronzer, but I'm going to clean up these eyes first. So I'm taking this away. You can see how easily it wipes away. And let's do the same over here. I'm coming underneath and underneath. Boy, this side really is making a mess. And there we go. And then if you get tiny little spots and you take that brush that you just used, that little bit will usually take care of them. Now, because I've wiped off a lot of my eye cream, I'm going to go in. This is the Snatch It. I as a 52-year-old lady, would not buy this again, but I'm somewhat of a minimalist. I don't like to waste things. You can go in and give yourself the cool sensation. I do enjoy this, but if you don't use your fingers, it dries down kind of weird and makes it look kind of funny. So then I come in and just do a little pat, and maybe that's just my skin, you know, having mature skin. Whatever's left, I just kind of put it wherever. And now let's go in with just a tad of the bronzing gel from Say. This is Salt, I think. I don't know. I can barely see it. And I'm going to use a little less since I'm kind of figuring out how far this goes. I'm sure this is going to last till I'm dead. And I love that about makeup, because I find that if I just get a few palettes, especially with the eyeshadows that work well, I can kind of keep them maybe forever. And I'm sure there's a point where products would expire, but who are we kidding? I still had my original Flesh Pot from MAC from a million years ago. And even though it tasted funny and I'm sure had spoiled, I was still wearing it, but I did buy a new one when they finally re-upped it. I am a product of the 90s, and we did kind of invent and create and love the concealer lip. And coming under the chin, brushing down, just because my chest and shoulders are always tanner than the rest of my face. I could leave it like this, but for giggles, let me find I really love having this bag that I hang up. I can tag that in the link. I have two of them. One of them has things that I don't wear every day, or like foundation and all the contour. Obviously, I just used a bronze tour. This is Patrick Starr's One Size Baked Finishing Blush, or Boucle Silk in Light. And I am going to take my puff and just take a little and put a little in a few areas. It kind of diffuses the fact that I'm just schlepping on some bronze tour without any foundation. What can I say? I'm kind of about the easy button. Unless it's a day that I'm really planning something fancy, then I might take the time. But this is not that day. And now I'm going to wash off the lips. So the way I like to do it is I take a clean paper towel. I get it fairly wet. They have a spray to activate it. You can peel it off. I find that that makes it drip, and it really doesn't make the color. Can you see my teeth are a little red? That'll go away. And you want it wet enough so that you can get all of the blue mask off without it staying on there. And then I might even wipe the teeth. How crazy looking is this? But that will go away. And, you know, I'm going in for the gold, literally. So this is Fleeky Fridays Gold Lip Gloss. And I don't know how y'all are showing this. I think there's like a backlight. It is so glittery. And what I like about it is you're getting a lot of glitter. I love the doe foot. But it doesn't taste glittery chunky. I do have some of my older glosses have that. But it's just such a good look of glitter. I don't know. All the glitters in my world, it can be gold or silver or pink or red. I have all the things. And then I'm going to do a quick shake and set with the D'Alba finishing spray or first spray serum. You can use this on naked skin. I love all my Bloom stuff for all of my toners, and I do love to drench in 2 or 3 different toners. Maybe I'll show a video of that another day. But I just do a quick spritz. I even let a little get on my décolletage because, you know, that could always use some moisture, being 52 and through menopause. And that's it. It's just a little bit of neutrals with a little bit of glitter. And I kind of like the contrast of the teal blue-green with the gold. So thanks for watching. Peace out.